Today's adventure is a first. It brings us to Maine to get a mountain in New Hampshire. Yes, we're going to take the East Royce Trail. Heading up this way, we'll go and hit West Royce Mountain for number 72 on the New Hampshire Fire Tower list of the 93 towers that are standing, once stood, or were proposed. Today we will be following yellow blazes. Based on what we've been following the past few hikes, no blazes, just a GPS and a coordinate. So the trail does start going up almost immediately from the parking lot. On the edge of a wet rock. I'm not real thrilled about this, but there you go, down into a pool. So that's what we're saying. It does continue to go up. Before I forget, West Royce is on 52 at a view. East Royce is in Maine, so I have no clue any of those stats on. But we have gained 256 feet of elevation in roughly 4/10 of a mile. We're in just about a mile, and we have gained 857 feet of elevation. From the parking lot, it started up. There's only been a couple of times that it's been flat.
And you can see above us, the clouds are moving quite fast. Although there's...
Not the cumulative ones, yeah. That said, in the back.
The ones in the back aren't moving, but the ones below are blowing out of here. Yay!
Look at the trail, it's sort of level. Yay! First time we've seen this all day. Just disregard that last video clip. It didn't even last half a tenth of a mile, for God's sakes. It's going up again. But that's what mountains do. We've come to the junction with the Royce Connector. We are going to take it over to West Royce Mountain, which is 1.6 from here. When we come back, we will get back on the East Royce Trail out to East Royce Mountain, which is 0.5. So the Royce Connector, looks like it's mainly all small routes so far, where the East Royce Trail was all boulders. See, the sun is shining on the trail.
So it's very pretty in here. The moss and all the little pines. It's very nice. The breeze stopped though. Oh, there's some pretty white moss. The snowy moss. We have a little bit of ledge now. We're following along. There's no views from it. Just views of the sky.
Alright, so we are now at the Royce Trail. It was a shot 0.2 to get over here. And we will be headed off to West Royce. It'll be 1.4 headed out this way. You really got to thank trail maintenance. That blaze looks new. And if you look at this area, there's a lot of work that was done here. Very nicely done, trail maintenance. Thank you. Let's level it out a little bit. It's probably because the climb will start soon as I pan up and zoom in. We're getting our first views of West Royce Mountain. Looks high. So the trail is steep. We are zigzagging, using Charles' words. We're on switchbacks going right up the side of this mountain.
Okay, so you can really tell that we're skirting the side of a mountain. Careful, babe.
But I got this 8 inches to walk on before tumbling down the side of a mountain. I'm fine. It's all wet and mossy. Look it, now it's like 4 inches. That was a piece of cake.
Good job, babe.
Everything's wet and slippery up here, though.
Oh, couldn't have been the Maine last night, huh?
I don't know. It appears we've hit a wall. Guess we're going up. Such talent.
That wasn't so bad.
No? Alright. Alright, we've hit the summit of West Royce. We almost walked right by these. The trail does not come up to them. So anyway, this fire tower was built in 1940. It was used until 1948, and then it was removed. They say destroyed, but there's parts laying around, so at least that's closer than that they came up and dismantled it. In case you're wondering also about the Royce Mountains, east and west, what they may be named for, Well, what I was able to find out, they were named after Captain Royce. He was a soldier in the French-Indian War, and he was also the Surveyor General for the Providence in New Hampshire. He's responsible for many of the charted maps of the towns around here in the White Mountains. This is number 72 on the list. Starting to get up there. After we leave here, we'll just go and head over to East Royce on our way out. Be our first Maine mountain, yay! My impression of Cheryl's summit poses. Alright, how do I get down?
Very nice.
My pants undid. There's this famous summit pose on the fire tower. It's lunchtime.
And we're sitting on the summit, eating our lunch, enjoying the breeze.
And the blue sky.
And the lack of bugs.
Yes, no bugs today.
That's why it's easy to eat on the summit.
Mm-hmm.
This is East Royce over here. This is our next destination. And just a little bit of the views. Boy, we're seeing a lot of wildlife. There was a baby that ran across, and I'm sure she's not going to let me anywhere near her.
We're back at the trail junction. We just came off the Royce Connector. We're back on the East Royce Trail. We're going to go up to East Royce Mountain, 0.5. This is steep. It starts out that way, and it looks like it's going to continue that way. This stuff's damp, too. I'm glad we held off and decided to do it after West Royce. Of course, we're tired. Yeah, going up the valley. All right, so according to the GPS, we are now on the official summit of East Royce. There are no views. There's a spot that we came up to that we thought was the summit. It's a big old cairn. It was a sign that threw us off. Then I looked at the GPS, and we were still 0.11 from the summit. GPS is showing us dead on right now. So, by coming out here, no cairns and no blazes once you leave that lookout area. So when you get up to this viewpoint, you can see this cairn here and the views. You'll think you hit the summit. Wrong. What let us know was this sign here. They're like, why would this sign be here? So, the only way you can see this sign is if you were coming up from here. The trail does continue down through there. You want to stay high, and then it's going to swing to the left. Don't take the herd path. But the summit is still out there. We went until we were dead in the center of it on the GPS. So if you really want to bag East Royce Mountain, pretty sure you got to go out there to get it. Other than that, time for view. All right, well, we're panning around here showing you the views off of East Royce. A little bit of background. We came in on Route 113, which goes right through Evans Notch. Now, Evans Notch almost became New England's largest ski area. Yeah, back in 1936, there was what was called a borderline proposal. It included this mountain. It included West Royce, which we were just at, and 5 other mountains. It was going to be a hike up and ski down. Well, it was way before Cannon's tram, and it was before Mount Rose chairlift. So, chances are pretty good that had that gone through, we'd be looking at a lot of trams and chairways, triples, quads, and all those things. It would be really nice, though, because maybe we could have come up this a lot easier than we did. But, anyway, it's a little windy. But the views are spectacular. So I dropped a piece of cookie. And this ant's thinking he's going to eat well tonight. The thing is bigger than he is. You get too close to that edge, you're going to fall. Uh-oh. Oh, look at you go. Okay, we took a nice long break over here.
Cookie break.
The ant stole a piece of my cookie. Almost to the end of the hike, and my bride wants to risk her life. Nicely done.
So we completed our trip up to West Royce and then East Royce.
Hey, you got our first mountain in Maine, East Royce. Like we said up there, if you want the true summit, you got to go a little bit further than that viewpoint. So it was a long day. We did 8 miles. 2 mountains, number 72 on the fire tower list. I forget what number on the 52 with the view list, and I don't know if East is on any list. We're not moving into Maine yet, but at least we've done one. So until our next adventure, the end.